We are smoking 2 racks of ribs after we have applied the rub and the mustard, ketchup, and Worcester sauce paste on top of it. And I'm actually smoking it at 205, 208 degrees and not at the recommended 225. The reason being 212 is the water vaporization temperature, so I don't really want the moisture to dry up, so I set it 10 degrees below 212, 205, so that the temperature is just below boiling point, so we lose the minimum amount of moisture and still get all the smoking. So what we're trying to do here right at this point is smoke it for about 3 hours, and that will get the smoke into the top layer of the ribs, and then we'll continue on to stage 2 and stage 3. We are ready to proceed to stage 2 of this cooking process. We are done with 4 hours of smoking this at 205 degrees. See, as you can see, the bone is not completely out. It is about a quarter inch out of the meat. When it's fully done after stage 3, this will be about an inch out from the meat. It'll shrink. And now we're going to proceed to put honey and brown sugar on top of this. Here, I'm going to use some organic raw unfiltered honey and put it on here. Some brown sugar, I'm going to layer it on. Honey is going to help the brown sugar stick to the meat. Let's rub it in. So the key to this recipe is pork apparently goes really well with a lot of sweet. A lot. So this whole thing is covered in sugar and honey. Look at that. Just work it in so that there's a nice sticky layer of sugar on here. What we now have is a completely covered ribs with honey and brown sugar. Look at this. It's glistening. What we just did was put the ribs inside this airtight seal of aluminum foil, and inside there, the bottom, there is a layer of sparkling cider. And we're gonna smoke it for another 2 hours, and we'll see you then. So now we have done 2 hours of sealed steaming with apple cider, and look at that. It is, smells so good. We have completed the last phase of cooking the ribs. This phase had barbecue sauce on each side and cooked for 30 minutes each. So it was total about 4 hours in the first phase, 2.5 hours in the second, and an hour in the last. So about 7 to 8 hours we are done. Now we have the ribs right here. We have the smoke ring on the outside, caramelized crust, and the barbecue sauce.